Ever wondered what happens when tactical strategy meets bullet hell chaos? Or when rhythm gameplay transforms into a dungeon-crawling adventure? Today in Nerds Games, we're diving into a fascinating world where creativity knows no bounds. Games that boldly mix genres to create something entirely unique. From blending action with RPG elements to crafting hybrids that defy all expectations, these 10 games didn't just think outside the box, they threw the box away. First up, we have Nights in the Nightmare, a true gem from 2008 developed by Sting Entertainment. This game is the definition of a genre-bending masterpiece, combining tactical strategy, role-playing elements, and a unique shooter-style mechanic. You don't control the knights directly. Instead, you take on the role of a wisp, guiding their actions as they fight to reclaim their lost kingdom. The gameplay blends real-time bullet dodging with meticulous strategy, making every move feel like a thrilling balancing act. The game's story is equally captivating, unraveling a dark and emotional tale of fallen knights and a kingdom in ruin. What really sets Nights in the Nightmare apart, though, is its innovative combat system and hauntingly beautiful art style. If you're looking for a game that challenges both your reflexes and your mind, this is one you absolutely have to experience. Next up is Crypt of the Necrodancer, a rhythm-based roguelike developed by Brace Yourself Games and released in 2015. At its core, this game is a dungeon crawler, but what sets it apart is its ingenious use of rhythm mechanics. Every action you take, from moving to attacking, must sync perfectly with the beat of the game's incredible soundtrack. Miss a beat, and you'll lose your groove, leaving you vulnerable to enemies that are also dancing to their own patterns. The game's procedurally generated levels ensure that no two runs are ever the same, and its difficulty steadily ramps up to keep you on your toes. With multiple playable characters, each introducing their own quirks and challenges, the game offers endless replayability. Plus, the soundtrack, composed by Danny Baranowski, is so good you'll find yourself humming along long after you've stopped playing. Now let's talk about Kenshi, a sandbox RPG meets RTS hybrid released in 2016. This game drops you into a sprawling, hostile world where you're not the chosen hero. You're just another struggling survivor trying to carve out a life. And that's where Kenshi shines. It's not about saving the world, it's about surviving it. The game's open-ended design gives you complete freedom to shape your journey. Will you become a wandering trader, scavenging and bartering your way to success? Or perhaps you'll build a fortified settlement, recruiting others to help fend off bandits and wild creatures. You can even train your character from a weakling, barely able to lift a sword, into a battle-hardened warrior capable of taking on entire armies. One of the most remarkable aspects of Kenshi is its persistent world, where events unfold organically around you. Entire factions can rise and fall depending on your actions, or inactions. Coupled with its unique art style and brutal difficulty curve, Kenshi is a one-of-a-kind game that rewards creativity and perseverance. If you're looking for a challenge and a game that lets you write your own story, this one's for you.
Nano. They must have subsect that.
Build structure and waypoint.
Now we have Natural Selection 2, a groundbreaking fusion of first-person shooter and real-time strategy from 2012. This game brings together two asymmetrical factions, the resourceful Marines and the cunning, shape-shifting aliens. The twist? Each team has a commander who oversees the battlefield from a bird's eye view, directing resources, building structures, and setting strategic objectives, while the rest of the team engages in intense FPS combat.
Yeah. Hydro.
This dynamic creates a fascinating interplay between top-down strategy and fast-paced action. As a Marine, you'll rely on teamwork, firepower, and coordination to secure objectives and survive the alien onslaught. Meanwhile, playing as an alien means mastering a variety of unique life forms, each with its own strengths and weaknesses, from speedy scouts to hulking brutes.
But he was the worst kind of student. Dim-witted, foolish, and too stubborn to focus.
Get ready for some strategic mayhem with Orcs Must Die, a tower defense meets action game developed by Robot Entertainment and released in 2011. This game takes the classic tower defense formula and adds a hefty dose of third-person combat, giving players direct control over a war mage tasked with defending rifts from waves of rampaging orcs and other monstrous creatures. What makes Orcs Must Die so engaging is the creative freedom it gives you to design your own defenses. You can place traps, set up barricades, and use an arsenal of weapons and spells to annihilate the oncoming hordes. The gameplay is fast-paced, with a perfect blend of strategy and action that keeps you constantly on your toes. The game's cartoony art style and humorous tone make it an absolute blast to play, especially as you watch your carefully laid traps spring into action, sending orcs flying in all directions. Whether you prefer meticulous planning or chaotic combat, Orcs Must Die offers something for everyone, and it's no wonder it spawned a beloved franchise. Up next is the critically acclaimed Nier Automata, a genre-defying masterpiece developed by Platinum Games and released in 2017. This game seamlessly blends hack-and-slash action with RPG elements, bullet hell mechanics, and even platforming, creating an experience that's as varied as it is unforgettable. Set in a post-apocalyptic world, Nier Automata follows the story of androids 2B, 9S, and A2 as they fight to reclaim Earth from alien machines. The gameplay shifts fluidly between intense melee combat, thrilling shoot-'em-up sequences, and moments of quiet exploration, keeping you constantly engaged. Each playthrough reveals new layers to the story, encouraging players to see the game from different perspectives. What truly sets Nier Automata apart, though, is its narrative depth and emotional impact. The game explores themes of humanity, identity, and existentialism, leaving players with questions that linger long after the credits roll. Coupled with its breathtaking art design and a hauntingly beautiful soundtrack, Nier Automata is a must-play for anyone who loves games that challenge both the heart and the mind. Let's move on to Sanctum, a unique fusion of first-person shooter and tower defense. In this game, you'll take on the role of Sky, an elite soldier tasked with defending the planet Elysian 1 from waves of alien invaders. What sets Sanctum apart is how it combines the strategic planning of tower defense with the hands-on action of an FPS. Before each wave, you'll place towers and build mazes to funnel enemies into devastating kill zones. But once the action starts, you're not just a passive observer, you'll jump into the fray, using an array of high-tech weapons to take down enemies yourself. This dual-layered gameplay keeps things fresh and exciting, as you'll need both strategic thinking and sharp reflexes to succeed.
Gerald,
15 troops and scorpions.
Now we have Kingdom Under Fire: The Crusaders. This game masterfully combines real-time strategy and hack-and-slash action, immersing players in massive chaotic battles. You'll command your troops in real time, issuing orders and positioning units strategically, but when the action heats up, you'll dive into the fray as a hero character, unleashing devastating combos and special attacks.
Attack! Conjure Curatio!
Today, we begin the mission that will be the turning
Set
point
in a
of the-
dark fantasy world, the game offers a story-driven campaign where you can choose between factions, each with its own perspective on the unfolding war. The gameplay feels incredibly dynamic as you juggle commanding your forces and leading the charge yourself. With its gritty visuals, epic scale, and intricate mix of strategy and action, The Crusaders is a perfect pick for fans of large-scale battles and immersive storytelling. Next is Spore, a groundbreaking game developed by Maxis and released in 2008. At its heart, Spore is a life simulation game, but it's so much more than that. It's an evolutionary journey that takes you from a single-celled organism to a spacefaring civilization. Along the way, you'll experience multiple gameplay phases, each offering a completely different style. The game starts in the tide pool stage, where you'll eat, grow, and adapt, before evolving into a creature and exploring a 3D world. From there, you'll transition to tribal and civilization stages, where strategy and resource management come into play, culminating in the space stage, which offers an open-ended sandbox experience across the galaxy. What makes Spore truly unique is its emphasis on creativity, allowing players to design their own creatures, buildings, and vehicles with a robust creation system. This game isn't just about playing, it's about shaping a universe entirely of your own making. Finally, we have Monster Sanctuary, a charming blend of monster taming, RPG, and Metroidvania platforming released in 2019. This game puts you in the role of a monster keeper, tasked with exploring a sprawling, interconnected world filled with puzzles, secrets, and, of course, monsters to capture and train. The game's turn-based combat is where it truly shines. Every monster has a unique skill tree, letting you tailor your team to suit your strategy. The battles aren't just about brute force, they require careful planning and synergy between your monster's abilities. What sets Monster Sanctuary apart is how seamlessly it integrates exploration and combat. You'll use your monster's abilities to traverse the environment, uncovering hidden treasures and unlocking new areas. With its pixel art style, deep combat system, and emphasis on exploration, Monster Sanctuary offers a fresh take on the monster taming genre that fans of Pokemon and Metroidvanias alike will adore. And that wraps up our journey through some of the most imaginative and genre-defying games out there. Whether you're a fan of strategy, action, rhythm, or just something that completely shatters expectations, these titles have something truly unique to offer. At Nerds Games, we celebrate the creativity and innovation that make gaming such an incredible medium. Thanks for joining us on this adventure. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe for more gaming content, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an upload. Got a favorite genre mashup game we didn't mention? Let us know in the comments below. And until next time, keep gaming and stay awesome.